everybody, welcome back to the Scorpio CesArcade. It's time for another episode of rebuilding the game wall. However, this is going to be a different structured video, more of like an updated video game room tour version of rebuilding the game wall because, well, as you can see behind me, things look a little different, some things are rearranged, but that's because I've finally upgraded my video game wall. And when I said I was going to rebuild it, I didn't mean just rebuild it. Let's just take a look at how it used to look. This was back in my old apartment in New York City. We all know what happened to that one. Anyways, yeah, this was the tragic fire incident of 2017. And this is it once I started to rebuild it around this time last year. It's gone through some changes here and there, but overall, it's pretty much an exact replica of what it used to look like back in the old apartment. But this is what it is now. I meant it when I said I was not just rebuilding this game wall, I was going to make it better. And I got another shelf to add on to this one. It's the same brand of shelf, it's just a little bit on the shorter side because I wanted to show off some posters in this general area. But for now, I don't have those frames yet, so once I get those frames, some of those posters will indeed go up there. But for now, I just have some of my collector's editions just lined up there to fill up that space. So I want to give you a quick rundown as to how I have this all set up. It's nothing special, but I'm sure some of you out there will appreciate it. So current setup has that beautiful plasma energy sword, along with that beautiful artwork of Zero Suit Samus, and this really cool canvas I got of Super Mario World at GameStop one day. On the top of the shelf here we have some video game figures, as well as some statues, a Diva Funko Pop, lots of amiibos, my box for my limited edition Switch Lite, some more pre-order bonuses for Pokemon, a Zero Suit Samus statue from First 4 Figures, that was one of the early ones from Prime 2, and a nice statue of Rachel from Ninja Gaiden. Starting off here we have my PlayStation 2 collection, and I'm just going through this fast because this is not like a specific collection list video or whatever. But yeah, you got PS2, then you move on to the original Xbox, one of my favorite consoles of that generation. Honestly, pretty underrated if you ask me. Not a lot of people really pay too much attention to the original Xbox, at least not that I think. Everybody usually talks about the PlayStation 2, but man, Xbox had the power, that's where it was at. Here we have the Xbox 360 collection. Moving down, you got the Xbox One, Xbox Series collection. Very small. Then we move on to the PlayStation 3. Here we have some of my PlayStation 4 games. Moving down here, we have some PlayStation Classics, along with that Lonesome Dreamcast game, and some PSP titles that I picked up again in recent times. Still gotta get a capture card for that system. A Lonesome PS Vita case, as well as some soundtracks here from certain video games. Some of those are limited run. I also have these two statues from Rumble Roses just taking up some space here in those gaps. Now moving on to the next shelf. This is the new one. I wanted to make this kind of like my showcase. On top here we have recently picked up that edition of Sakura Wars again on the PlayStation 2. I got the Ys 1 and 2 Chronicles, Ys 7, Sakura no Rise of Ruin, the No More Heroes 1 and 2 collector's editions from limited run games that I did an unboxing for, Ys Origin, and the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 collector's edition. Down here we have the Switch collection that I will do an updated video on very soon. Definitely want to go through that collection because it's probably one of my best. Here we have some beautiful steelbook cases. I love me some steelbooks, especially the Switch ones. I don't know why, they're just so pretty. Down here we got some DS games. Really happy to still have those Dragon Quest games. As well as we're moving on to the 3DX section. The slime. I love that slime plush. and some 3DS games here. Now, like I said before, this isn't an accurate reading of all my DS and 3DS games. Some of those still don't have cases or cover arts, most noticeably the Pokemon ones. Here's the collector's edition for Ys 9 Monstrum Nox and the R-Wing from Starlink. Moving down here, we have my GameCube collection. Notice the trend here. This is kind of just like a Nintendo-centric shelf. And a lot of my GameCube games still don't have cases or cover arts, so once those are all done, you're gonna expect that GameCube section to look mighty nice. And then we have the Wii section. I'm still picking up games for the Wii. Pretty much sold them all at one point, but yeah, I'm picking up some of them again. Wii U, very small collection there with that Banjo amiibo. And down here I have some Nintendo 64 games, not a lot. Do plan on getting some more in the near future. And yeah, that's pretty much it down there for the bottom of this shelf. We got some amiibos and the Valkyria Chronicles 4 Collector's Edition. And that's not all, there is indeed more to this game wall, but we gotta shift it all the way over there. Yeah, let's get a close-up of that. So I have a ton of figures, and a lot of them were video game-centric characters that I wanted to dedicate a shelf to. So now that I got this shelf up and running behind my sofa, I want to share some of this with you guys. Here we have some plushies here. Some of them are game-related. Well, most of them are. I just recently picked up this Banjo-Kazooie plush from Best Buy. I do want to do a separate video for that because I love Banjo-Kazooie so much. But anyways, let's take a look at this figure collection here for video game characters. There are more, and I want to set up a separate shelf over here for that. But for now, let's just take a look at what we got. We got the Nendoroid of Isabelle, the McFarlane Doomslayer. We got the original Play Arts, Aerith and Tifa. I was so happy I got those when I did. Limited edition 3DS Majora's Mask figurine of Skull Kid. Storm Collectibles, Sector, Goro. Got a Master Chief over here. Of course, we gotta represent the Metroid series with Samus. That big ass Metroid back there. We got those two wonderful Figmas of Samus. We have the Storm Collectible Shao Kahn, along with his throne in the background. We've got the little tiny Adol figure from Ys 9, as well as the Play Arts Kai Commander Shepard. Still glad I still have that one. Here we have Crash Bandicoot from NECA, the SH Monster Arts Rathalos from Monster Hunter, as well as the Narga Kuga Monster Arts. And to top it off, we have this statue from Borderlands 3 of Moxie, and one of my favorites, the NECA Spyro. So as I continue making YouTube videos and getting on camera, I'm a firm believer in the audience having something nice to look at in the background, and I figured as I build this game wall, I want to fill it up with things that really mean a lot to me, and I think it's great to look at. It's just eye candy. I do plan on getting some LED lights in the near future, but for now, I think this will have to do because I need to take it easy on my budget. But yeah, thanks for joining me on this special episode of Rebuilding the Game Wall. As you can see, this game wall's come a long way from just about a year ago when I didn't even consider rebuilding this all. But I got the kick in the pants and I decided to finally do it. So that's it. Episode 6 of Rebuilding the Game Wall will focus on the FPS genre. That's right, we're going to be taking a look at some of the first-person shooters that I picked up within the past year or so. And as we get into October, I want to focus on the survival horror genre and what games I picked up from that one. So anyways, thanks for watching everybody. I will see you all very soon.